But if you're 1 and I'm 1, that's 11. And 11 is a master number, and that's much more powerful.
Hold on, last I checked, 1 + 1 is 2. I don't know what she's talking about right there.
Well, 2 ones are 2 different things. And becoming 1, I believe you guys don't think alike. This is what 11 is, right?
Yeah, there's a space in between. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I do get it.
So when we become 1, doesn't mean we have to agree with everything.
Yeah, I get it.
We can still.
This man all over here like a dripped out Gandhi over here.
You are intimidating.
Really?
You have a loud voice. They want love, nurturing,
Respect.
That's real.
Like, think about this. A man loves a woman genuinely. You have a strong opinion. You're a strong woman. Like, you really come across like confident.
Yeah.
You really come across like, I know what I want.
Yeah.
And it's like men are intimidated by that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I can understand, like, man, you are intimidating.
Really?
Oh, snap.
Like, yeah, you can be because you have a loud voice. Not like that. Not like
Everyone
that.
says I'm loud.
No, you loud, but you
I
strong.
am. But you know, my dad is loud and my sister.
Is Paul Pierce complimenting her or low key giving shots?
Sisters are loud. Like,
Yeah,
you know, my sister, we have like a projecting loud voice.
Yeah.
I have to work on it. I try very hard.
That can be
but
intimidating.
It's just
you
like,
know?
I'm loud by nature.
That's fine.
And
Like,
I apologize.
man, you'll cuss me out. Anyway, all right, this is my last question.
Okay, what is it, Paul?
How can anyone add value to your life?
I think that people add value when they're not taking away. So I've been with people who have, my dad always says this, right? My dad taught me this from a very young age. He was like, when you get with somebody, you never want to be one. A lot of people say, I want to be one. We just want to be one, right? And my dad's like, you need to have somebody that's different from you. They don't possess all the same qualities that you have. Meaning, go ahead.
Okay.
What do you mean you don't want to be one?
I mean, listen, if
Because
you're
I
one
feel
person, no, listen to what I'm saying. If you're,
With your partner one?
yeah, but listen to what I'm saying. If you're one, right?
Okay.
And we think the same. When you're one, it's like we think the same. We have everything the same. We're locked in. We're just one person. But if you're one and I'm one, that's 11. And 11 is a master number, and that's much more powerful
Hold on, last I checked, 1 + 1 is 2. I don't know what she's talking about right there.
than one. So if I'm different from you and you're different from me and you possess traits, like I might be reactive, but you might think about things and be patient and just like resonate with stuff, and I might be ready to be reactive, then there is a power couple within that, because that's someone who balances each other out.
Okay, I understand what she's saying about balancing each other out, but honestly, if I'm the leader of the relationship, I'm gonna need you to pick up on some of my characteristics just so that you can move with me, so you know how I act in situations. If you're not acquiescing to my nature and you're very different, we probably gonna clash, because you're probably gonna do things that's gonna be opposite of me too much, to where I'm gonna have to kind of enforce the rule to say, why are you doing this all the time? So I do believe that opposites do attract, but I think at the same time, I think both people feed off of each other so that you can become better and y'all can create a better union together.
That's someone where it's like, you may do this, or this person may not be good at this, but I'm amazing at it. So then I contribute where you lack. And that is, to me, more powerful than just trying to be the same person. Like, why do we want to be exactly the same? I want a partner that possesses qualities that I don't possess, that has things that I don't have. Because at the end of the day, if we're exactly the same, then what the are we doing? Like, we're just the same person, then we just have all the same thoughts, we think all the same things, like we have all the same traits and qualities, then how are we contributing to each other? Because you already have everything I have. I want to be with someone who doesn't have the things I have, who knows more than I know, who understands things that I may not understand, who could teach me, who can help me grow, and I could teach you and help you grow in ways that you don't know how to, like it's to me, it's like that balance of bringing two people together that have two different walks of life, that may have experienced two different things, that may be on two different pages, but it's like when you come together, imagine being with someone who has everything that you lack. Imagine.
That's going to happen by default. Nobody is the same. But when we come together, when we create a union, we're naturally going to start thinking alike. That's just natural. When you're around someone, you're probably going to pick up traits of how they possibly think. And the female is definitely going to pick up traits on the guy's behalf to where he's going to teach her how to move. Like, let's say she don't know how to move in public or she don't know how to act in public. He's going to be able to rub off on her to where she's like, yo, I got to move a certain way because I'm with the guy of my dreams. And he's a great guy and he's trying to protect me. And vice versa with a guy with his woman, he probably might learn how to be a little bit more emotionally intelligent when it comes down to the way how she might express her feelings if she's a good woman. So yeah, it's deeper than what she's explaining, but I understand where she's coming from though.
How powerful y'all are. So basically together we have everything because you have everything that I lack.
Okay. You said 11, right?
Yeah.
So this is my thought on that.
Okay, please.
Well, 2 ones are 2 different things. And becoming one, I believe you guys don't think alike.
Okay.
Whereas what I think about becoming one,
Yeah.
becoming one is not the same for me.
Okay.
Because becoming one means you can feel different about what I feel, and we have a middle ground, the one. We're not, because when you're 2 separate, there's argument in between. There's a space in 11. This is what 11 is, right?
Yeah, there's a space in between. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I get it.
Space in between us.
Yeah, I do get it.
So when we become one, doesn't mean we have to agree with everything.
Yeah, I get it.
We can still.
This man all over here like a dripped out Gandhi over here with the shiki on, man. He done dropped his foot up top.
Not agree on things, but we can have a compromise.
I can rock with that.
Here, there's no compromise because you gonna be resenting what I feel, and there's that space.
I get that.
We can go say, hey, I want to go here. No, you want to go there. All right, let's compromise this.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
That's what I feel. I look at it a little different.
No, I get what you're saying.
Like, we're not the same.
But you know, what you're saying, what I'm saying is the same,
We're
but it's
saying
just
the same
different
thing.
ways to look at it. But
Yeah.
I'm not against what you're saying. I do get what you're
that's
saying.
It's like,
yeah.
like, it's the 11 is a space. And
I get
don't
what you're
want a
saying. You don't want to
space.
taste. But you know, a lot of couples, what I realize has happened, and even with me in the past, is it's like with couples, you have to remember this, that it's us against the problem, not us against each other. And I think when people fight, it's like me against you, when in reality, it should be me and you against the issue. Like, what's the problem? What's the problem at hand? Like, let's stick together and figure out how to battle that together on the same page and not be like against each other, you know? And I think that that's the biggest thing too. It's like learning to work together and having a friendship.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's important.
I think it's having a friendship. Every couple that I've talked to, even my sister and brother who've been married for so long, it's very important to understand that that friendship is what brings you guys back to reality. It's like knowing we rock with each other and we can be like, yo, this is what's really crazy, and like just talk it out.
So this is my thoughts on a relationship, and I wrote these things down for like, like this is what the downfall of relationships are when I feel like they come to the end. Like when the effort is not reciprocated.
Absolutely.
I wrote that when, when the lady is not ready. As a man, I want a woman that's ready to be led.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like when a lady is not ready to be led, men have to recognize that. And I think men try to force it.
Yeah.
Because like when this is my thing. When a guy, and you have to have a respect for a guy to where he's like trying to give you guidance.
Exactly.
If you look at his guidance like control,
yeah,
it ain't gonna.
Time and time again, you have guys out there, good guys that are trying to put women on the right track. And it's usually it's women that don't even deserve the guy. But the guy, we fall for women sometimes. That's not always the best for us. And usually when we get into them situations, what we trying to do? We trying to change her. We trying to turn her into what we want her to be. But guess what? If she ain't ready, you got to kick her to the curb. I hate to say it. But I will say this. In my situation, I had a good woman, but my wife still needed work. She needed changing, but I got my woman during high school time period. So it's a little bit different. But I'll say this for guys getting with women that in their 30s and 40s, and she not ready to be led, you really gotta dip out. You gotta kick her till you can't waste time, because you have no more time to waste. If you're an older guy, all you got is time. Now, when you're in your 20s, yeah, you could probably move and, y'all can mold and build and grow together. But once you get to a certain age, that woman has to be ready to go. And a lot of them, they done been through so many situations, they ain't gonna never be ready.
Don't work.
But it's not even that. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
Man, and then that's when the narcissist and all this stuff come in. Like, he's just trying. Like, when a guy mutually wants to help.
Yeah.
Like, think about this. A man loves a woman genuinely.
Facts.
Like, he ain't what do he want from a woman? What, sex? He can get that from whoever. What do he want? Like,
we love hard.
Thing, clean and cook. You can pay somebody for that. Like, come on,
some men can't, but I get what you're
there's
saying.
men that can do that. But men want love, nurturing,
respect.
That's real.
I will say this, and I have a viral clip about this, but I truly mean this when I say this. If a woman doesn't respect a man, they need to let him go. Because where respect lies is where you can let a man lead you. Like, for instance, if I want to be led as a woman. In relationships, I'm more submissive. I have a strong personality, but I love the idea of a man leading me and a man showing me and teaching me things. And that's what turns me on. That's what makes me feel good in my relationship. But I've been with men where I lose respect for them because
you telling the truth or you capping about that?
Because I see them do corny or weird things that are just feminine or just, I don't trust it. And when I been with those type of men, I realize okay, I don't respect you and I don't trust you to lead me. Mm-hmm. And where women stay in those relationships, and after a while, the man gets broken down in that relationship. And then that's when they start to say, oh, you're controlling me, you're doing this, you're doing that, because there's no respect there. And I feel like when a woman respects a man to lead is when the relationship and the dynamics is balanced. You have to be with a woman who respects you, and a man has to be with a woman who gives that respect, period. If that's lacking in the relationship, it's not gonna work.
It's not.
Because then the gender roles are reversed, and it's not a good look, period.
Respect comes first. Respect comes first. If that woman does not respect you on day one or appreciate your kind gestures, respect your masculinity when y'all going out, or when y'all just courting each other, man, that woman is not the one. Kick her. You gotta let that shit go. But a lot of us will get toyed with. We'll get toyed with for a while, man. We'll get strung along because we think it's cute sometimes, and the prize is always the cheeks most of the time, but that ain't the true prize. And I think a lot of us have to get stronger to say, you know what, them cheeks ain't worth the struggle.
Point blank. So as a woman, if you don't respect a man, you need to leave him. Stop
100%.
saying, Yeah, I feel like people stay in relationships past the expiration date because they so badly want to have a relationship, so they're willing to just stay. And at the end of the day, that does way more damage than it does good, period. And I think if a lot of people left relationships when they knew it was time to leave, they would be in a much more beneficial situation.
So, man, this is what I'm going to tell you.
All right, Paul.
If you're in a relationship and you trying to lead your woman, if she rejects feedback and constructive criticism, and she's not ready to be led,
Absolutely.
It's over.
You should be able to give your woman constructive criticism.
You should.
A lot of women can't deal with it.
If you really love this person, and
I want you to be better.
If she ignores direction and looks at it like
Control.
Yeah. Narcissist.
Yeah.
Bro, we in this together.
Yeah.
I'm never try to control a woman.
You know what my sister taught me?
That man, Paul, is truly enlightened right now.
So my sister's been married to her husband for 30 years, right? And she was like, you know what you have to know? She was I have to trust my man, right? Because there's some things he's going to tell me that if I didn't trust him, I would be like, well, he's a hater. Why is he saying this? But there's some things that as a man, he just knows intuitively and he feels and he knows that, hey, I don't want you to do this. And if I didn't trust him to be my leader, then I would be like, what? Why don't you want me to do this? You're a hater. No, he doesn't want you to do this because he sees something that you don't see. You know, he understands something that you don't understand. And I feel like that's the important thing. A lot of women get in these relationships with men where they don't respect or trust them. And then when a man tells you something, you're like, what? You just want to control me. You are hating on me. You don't want me to do this because you're jealous. But in reality, a man, just like women, can see things that we don't see. They can understand things that we don't understand. And I'm a strong believer that the man is the head of the household. I believe that. I stand by that. I grew up with parents who are still married to this day. My dad has always been the head of a household, and I've seen that, and I wouldn't want it any other way. And I feel like women, they want to act like they want to be led, or they want to be submissive, or they want to have a man that tells them what to do. But when it comes down to it, they aren't ready to get into submission. They aren't ready to let a man lead. And that is one of the biggest problems that we have. And if you don't trust a man, and if you think he's corny or silly or goofy, then don't be with him. Simple.
Man, I've been called a narcissist and controlling. No, for real.
Yeah, no, I believe
But then
you.
I feel like that's a word that gets thrown around too easily.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then I was like, hey, you know, there's a lady I was with. And I was like, man, these girls ain't your friends.
Yeah.
Right? And it was just like, oh, I literally got like attacked.
Ostracized, yeah.
I got attacked for it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, I'm on the outside looking in and I'm with you.
Yeah.
Right? 3 months later, she's not friends with him no more.
Exactly.
And I was just like, damn, that's crazy that I said this, because I saw something and I was around them and I see how they talk to you, that you was in it and didn't see it.
The problem is too many people are in relationships with people they don't trust. When I talk about what I would do for somebody I was with, women are always like, why would you do that for a man? Because the man that I choose is going to be the man that I trust, that I rock with, that I will let lead me. I'm not choosing somebody that I don't have those things with. Y'all choose so many men that
So
really
she didn't trust
aren't.
me.
Yeah, she didn't trust you. Right. That's the problem. She didn't trust you, so she thinks that you're attacking her. She goes into defensiveness. Damn. But also that is another level of emotional maturity.
No, I'm going to say this. It's not the fact that she didn't trust Paul. She definitely trusted Paul. Paul is a very successful guy. It's not the fact that she didn't trust it. A lot of these women are damaged. They spoil goods, man. They're not going to be able to be an actual candidate for a relationship, because they got bad habits. They've been raised wrong. They got trauma. They don't want to be, man, she don't want to be saved. Don't save her. That's what it's going to be with a lot of these females. So it's not Paul not being a trustworthy guy. It's the fact that woman was not ready to trust anybody. And a lot of them, I hate to say it, they never will. You got to let some of these women die on this hill, man. I just did an Andrew Tate video with Bonnie Blue. That man told her, I please hope that you stay true to the end. Stay on that path. And a lot of these women need to stay on that path. Don't hop off and try and get a good guy later on and ruin his life because now you want to be reformed. No. Stay a thought. Stay a 304. I'm going to play a little bit more of this video and then I'm going to go ahead and end this.
Another thing is that people go in automatic defense mode because they think that everyone is attacking them. The world revolves around them and everyone wants to see them lose. That's not the reality. Some people actually want to see you win. They want to see you grow, and they're trying to help you. And the fact that you can't take constructive criticism says more about you than the person that's giving it. And that's the truth.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, and
ain't that the truth? Hey, I like that little caveat at the end. Man, bro, that was a good little segment, man. Oh boy, Paul has turned into a dripped out Gandhi. Be honest, man. He got the dashiki on, the silk linen suit. This man got the toes out on the cashmere carpet. This man fly as hell, man. You know, the truth, aka Paul Pierce, or my bad, Paul Pierce, aka the truth. And I'm not gonna lie, Azar Faridi, however you pronounce her name, she was cooking right there. Now, whether she's a comedian or not, I do not know. It's none of my business. You know, a lot of these women, they be kind of in and out, but I think she's been kind of preaching a lot of these messages and rhetoric prior to even being on this show. So hey, I hope she, find what she looking for. And people got to be true to themselves, because I don't really care what anybody, their situation. You just got to be trying to push for the path of what you want. That's what I'm about. If you want a relationship, you need to be moving like you want a relationship. You want to be a hoe? All right, you need to stay a hoe, but don't jump off of that. You need to live and die by that sword. Let me know what y'all thought about this. Make sure y'all watch their podcast episode in its entirety on The Truth After Dark. And make sure you watch this in its entirety. Make sure you like the video, comment below. This is JayBReacts. I have a panel. I might not have a panel this Saturday, but please email me at jayaboutthebusiness@gmail.com if you are interested in joining said panel. And then until next time, y'all, peace.